Hello everybody and welcome to the 2017 NFL season here on Madden 17 for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My name is James, or JT Plays on YouTube. And guys, we're going to look over what happened in preseason, what we look forward to in the coming year, 2017, what we think the Bucs record will be, and where we think they will finish in their division, or if they make playoffs. So guys, let's get started. Good news or bad news? It's always the main question. Generally want to hear the bad news first, and guys, that's exactly what Tampa Bay heard. In the offseason, with the contract negotiations with Vincent Jackson gone and Mike Evans returning because of the cap room, and really just the amount of the contract for Vincent Jackson, the Buccaneers picked up Ted Ginn Jr. off of free agency. Little did they know he would only play in the preseason. Vincent Jackson gone, Ted Ginn Jr. in, and Ted Ginn Jr., he is gone for the 2017 season and then some. Complete ACL tear. He tore it in week 2 of preseason, and he was our fix. He was our filling guy. So now the Buccaneers are down to 5 receivers on the roster, and guys, it's going to be interesting at the wideout this year. Complete ACL tear. Maybe the Bucs trade for something. Maybe they try and get a draft pick in the upcoming draft. I don't know. But that's the big loss. Another loss that they had, Tyrone Plummer, left outside linebacker. 26 weeks, torn pectoral. Now, he only was a 68 overall, and let's be honest, it's not that big of a deal, except he was our starting left outside linebacker. Because the draft and where Tampa Bay took a 67 overall left outside linebacker, he was going to, wait, back up a few games, maybe come in a few snaps. He was going to learn. That was the plan. Well, guess what? Throw everything out the window. Nothing is how it's supposed to be right now. Ted Ginn Jr.'s out. Tyrone Plummer's out for the year. So, learning of Ted Ginn, we're okay. We don't need a receiver right now, but it wouldn't hurt to look into free agency and also the draft coming up for a wide receiver, possibly a number 2, number 3 wide receiver, because Mike Evans, he re-signed last year. He's going to stay with us for a little bit longer. So, learning to the left outside linebacking injury of Tyrone Plummer, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wasted no time in going to free agency, and they picked up a new starting left outside linebacker, Tank Carradine. With Plummer out for the year, Carradine out of FSU, 4 years removed, will come in, and he will be the starter. He's 28 years old, 72 overall, but his player card looks pretty good. He has 79 speed, 81 tackles, 77 block shed, 80 power moves, 78 pursuit, 79 hit power, 71 play recognition, 67 finesse. And obviously, we need our rookie that we took in the draft, Derek Putty, out of Akron. We need him to just learn. He doesn't look so bad, though. 83 power moves, 79 tackles, 77 speed. However, 57 play rec, 68 block shed, 75 pursuit, 72 finesse moves, 75 hit power. You don't want him to be constantly starting. And then, of course, we have Josh Keys, who we got Putty to replace, and then we were like, all right, Tyrone Plummer's in. That's fine. Maybe we make a change sometime during 2017. Well, guess what? Plummer messes everything up. So that's the bad news. The good news is that Tampa Bay expects nothing else to happen this year, because with Ted Ginn out, all it is next man up. Our wide receivers, Evans and Marcus Colston, 1, 2. Behind them, Lewis Murphy, Adam Humphries, Russell Shepard. Next man up, do your job. That's all we ask. We have faith in those wide receivers. You guys should too. And we saw it. Lewis Murphy had a stellar year to kick it off last year. he slowly declined, and then we brought in Marcus Colston. Mike Evans always had really good games all year. Vincent Jackson will be missed, but we need to replace him. And now Ted Ginn's gone. That was his replacement. Next man up. Let's move on to the schedule for the 2017 season for Tampa Bay. Week 1 of the year at Lambeau. That's going to be a tough game. I don't expect to win. Aaron Rodgers, he's a deadly guy. Virtually, real life, it doesn't matter. It's Aaron Rodgers. Week 2, we go to Washington. Week 3, we have the Bears. Week 4, the Panthers, the first NFC South game. It's at home. It's week 4. It should be a lot of fun. Our home opener is the Bears. Week 5, we have the San Francisco 49ers, so 3 straight home games. Then we have the Falcons and Panthers back-to-back on the road. Then our bye week is at week 8. Saints week 9 in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Jets week 10 at home. Falcons at home week 11. Bills week 12. Saints week 13. Lions, Vikings 14 and 15. And then New England week 16. Miami week 17. So let's break it down. Week 1, I think that's a loss. I think you guys think that's a loss too. Week 2, Washington, I think it'll be a win. Week 3 should be a win. Week 4, it could go either way. I think Carolina will get us, so now we're 2-2 at this point. 49ers, I think will be a win, 3-2. Falcons, I think will be a loss, 3-3. Panthers, again, it's just so early on in the year. I think they'll handle us, they'll sweep us. We're 3-4 heading into the bye week. Coming out of the bye week, Saints 3-5, Jets 4-5. I think at home against Atlanta, we pick up the W, so we're 5-5. Bills are 6-5. Saints are a loss with Drew Brees, 6-6. Lions, I think that'll be a win. So what are we? 7-6, or let's see. Week 14, it's so hard to keep track. 12, 7-6. Vikings win, 8-6. New England loss, 8-7. And then Dolphins, I think, is a win. So I think we'll go 9-7 if I did that correctly. I think we'll go 9-7 this year. Hey, that's an improvement from what, a 4-win, 5-win team last year. So anything's really an improvement above 4 or 5 wins. That's a tough schedule, though. We have Green Bay, we have New England, we have Carolina in the first half of the season. In the standings, honestly, with a 9-7 record in the NFC South, I think that's going to be good enough. I think that's going to be good enough to finish third. I think the Panthers will win the division, and then the Falcons will come in second. Saints will finish last. We'll finish third. Can't really say anything else for any of the other divisions except who do I think will win the conferences. AFC, I think New England will win. And then NFC, I'm going to put it on the line. Green Bay's going to win. So, with that in mind, there's your standings. There's your outlook on the schedule. There's your rundown of the preseason. There's your rundown on the roster. Next man up. All that good stuff. Jameis Winston, what do we expect out of him? I think he cracked 5,000 yards last year, or 4,000. He was really high up there. I think he will do just the same as he did last year. And then at running back, it's really a toss-up. Doug Martin or Charles Sims. Doug Martin got hurt literally over half of last year. Charles Sims had to come in and pick up his mess. He did a fantastic job. If Doug Martin gets hurt once or twice or even 3 times, it's okay. 2 or 3 times before like the halfway point of 2017 season, you might see Charles Sims for the rest of the year. Guys, next week at Lambeau, it's not going to be fun, but hey, we're going to show up and get our participation medal, if nothing else. We will see you live from Lambeau Field. Week 1 of the 2017 season will be then. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Tampa Bay Franchise on Madden 17, presented by JT Plays. Have a good one. Take care, and we'll see you.